It's 9:23 a.m. on an average weekday morning. Not the kind of morning you remember, not the kind that feels important, just another quiet, ordinary moment stitched into the routine of your life. The sunlight slips through your window, casting long, soft shadows across the floor. Dust particles float lazily in the air, drifting without purpose. Somewhere outside, a car engine hums. A dog barks in the distance. A neighbor closes a door a little too hard. Everything feels predictable, safe, controlled. You might be standing in your kitchen, waiting for the kettle to boil. Maybe you're scrolling through your phone, barely paying attention to what's on the screen. Notifications, headlines, messages, all blending into background noise. Your brain is on autopilot. Because nothing about this moment suggests danger. Nothing tells you that your life is about to split into two parts. Before and after. Then it happens. A flash. Not gradual, not subtle. Instant. The entire world outside your window erupts into light. Pure white. Brighter than the sun. Brighter than anything your eyes were ever meant to process. For a fraction of a second, shadows disappear. Colors vanish. Depth collapses. It's like reality itself has been overexposed. Your body reacts before your mind does. You blink. You flinch. You instinctively turn your head away. But it's already too late, because your brain doesn't understand what it just saw. It tries to label it lightning? No. Explosion? Impossible. Reflection doesn't make sense. So it does what it always does when faced with something it cannot explain. It hesitates. Your phone vibrates. Once. Then again. Then continuously. The sound cuts through the silence like a blade. You look down. The screen is lit up with a notification you've never seen before. Emergency alert. Seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill. Your heart rate changes instantly. You feel it. That subtle shift from calm to something else. Something tighter. Another notification appears. Nuclear detonation detected in your region. The words don't feel real. They don't belong in your life. They belong in movies, in history books, in stories about places far away. Not here. Not now. You stare at the screen longer than you should, waiting for it to correct itself. Waiting for a follow-up message that says error or false alarm. But instead you hear something. Low. Distant. A deep rumble that doesn't sound like anything familiar. It's not thunder. It's not construction. It's something heavier. Something approaching. Your chest tightens. Because now your brain starts connecting the pieces. The flash. The alert. The sound. And suddenly, denial begins to crack. What you witnessed wasn't just light. It was the thermal radiation pulse of a nuclear detonation. When a nuclear weapon explodes, it releases energy in a way that is almost impossible to comprehend. Within microseconds, temperatures at the center reach millions of degrees, hotter than the surface of the sun. This creates an intense burst of light and heat that travels outward instantly. That flash you saw? It moved at the speed of light, which means it reached you almost immediately. But the blast wave, the physical force that destroys buildings and shatters cities, moves slower. Much slower. Depending on how far you are from the detonation point, the shockwave can take anywhere from a few seconds to over a minute to arrive. That delay is critical, because in those few seconds, you are not reacting to the explosion. You are reacting to its warning. Most people don't realize this. They think the explosion and the destruction happen at the same time, but they don't. There is always a gap, a small, fragile window of time. And inside that window, every decision matters. But here's the problem. Humans are not built to respond instantly to the unimaginable. We are built to maintain normalcy. This is called normalcy bias. Your brain is designed to protect you from panic. So when something extreme happens, it doesn't immediately accept it. Instead, it searches for familiar explanations. It was probably just lightning. Maybe a transformer blew. Someone else will explain it. This hesitation feels harmless, even rational. But in situations like this, it can be fatal. At the same time, something else begins to happen across the city. People start looking at each other. Out of windows, across streets, into hallways. They're waiting for cues, for confirmation, for someone else to react first. This is known as milling behavior. It's the instinct to gather information socially before taking action. You want someone to tell you what to do. You want proof that this is real. But by the time that proof arrives, the opportunity to act may already be gone. Your instincts finally kick in. but they point you in the wrong direction. Leave, get out, go. It feels logical. Distance equals safety. So you move. Fast. You grab your keys, your phone, maybe a bag. You don't even remember making the decision. Your body just does it. You rush outside. The air feels different, heavier, charged. You're not alone. Doors are opening everywhere. People are running. Engines start. Cars reverse. Tires screech. Within seconds, the street transforms into chaos. Everyone has the same idea. Escape. But here's the truth. There is nowhere to escape to. Traffic builds instantly. Intersections clog. People panic. Some abandon their cars. Others try to push through. And all of them are exposed. Out in the open. With nothing between them and what's coming. They don't realize that by stepping outside, they've made themselves more vulnerable than ever. The correct decision is the one that feels wrong in the moment. Stay inside. Not later. Not after checking. Immediately. Drop to the ground. Move away from windows. Find the most interior part of your home. If there's a basement, go there. If not, choose a room with thick walls and no windows. Bathrooms, hallways, storage rooms. Anywhere with layers between you and the outside. Because survival is no longer about distance. It's about shielding, concrete, brick, earth. These materials absorb energy. They reduce exposure. They increase your chances. Lie flat. Cover your head. Protect your skin. You may only have seconds left, but seconds are enough if you use them correctly. Then it arrives. The shockwave. It doesn't sound like an explosion at first. It feels like pressure, an invisible wall of force slamming into everything at once. Windows don't crack, they explode. Glass becomes shrapnel, flying inward at deadly speeds. Walls shake violently. Doors rip from hinges. Furniture lifts. Outside, cars are thrown like toys. Streetlights bend. Structures collapse. The sound follows immediately after. A deep, thunderous roar that fills every space. It's overwhelming, disorienting, impossible to ignore. Then comes the second phase. Heat. An intense wave of thermal energy radiates outward. If you were exposed, even briefly, it can cause burns within seconds. Clothing can ignite. Skin can blister. But inside, shielded, low to the ground, you survive the worst of it. Not untouched, but alive. And then, silence. Not complete silence, but a strange, unnatural quiet, like the world has been muted. You slowly lift your head. The air is thick with dust. Visibility is low. The light outside has changed. Dimmer, duller, almost gray. Your ears ring. Your hands shake. Your breathing is uneven. But you're alive. And then you remember. This isn't over. Because now comes the part most people don't think about. Fallout. When a nuclear explosion occurs, it pulls massive amounts of debris into the atmosphere. Soil, concrete, metal, all of it becomes contaminated with radioactive particles. And within minutes to hours, it begins to fall back down. Like ash, invisible, deadly. If you go outside now, you risk inhaling it, absorbing it, contaminating yourself. This is why staying inside is still critical. Close doors, seal windows, turn off ventilation if possible. Create as much separation from the outside as you can, because survival doesn't end with the blast. It extends into the hours and days that follow. It started with a flash, a single silent moment that didn't ask for your attention, but demanded your decision. In that moment, the world didn't end. It changed, instantly, completely. And you were placed at the center of it, not as a spectator, but as a participant. Because survival is not random, it's not luck, it's not strength. It's awareness, it's understanding what you're seeing, before your brain has time to deny it. Most people will remember the flash, the brightness, the shock, but what truly defines the outcome is what happens in the seconds after. The hesitation, the confusion, the choice to stay or to run, to think or to act. Because when the world stops making sense, you don't rise to the occasion, you fall back on what you know. And if you know what that flash means, if you understand what comes next, then that moment, that single blinding moment, becomes something else. Not the end, but a chance. A narrow, fragile, rapidly closing chance to survive.